Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to Sunday, the 12th of January. Can you believe we're almost halfway through? Isn't that crazy? What in the holy heck? So, again, it was a no-rain day, and the no-rain day came at about 10:30 or so this morning. Well, I don't know, it's probably about 3 o'clock or better now. It's been so cold. It's 37 degrees out here. Whew, and it's just cold as heck. But anyway, our high today is supposed to be 41, I think. I don't think that's making it. I think it's made it to that downtown where, you know, wherever your phone and stuff will pick it up from the nearest weather station. So my phone, I think, says 41, but it's actually, the thermometers here at the house is saying 37. But anyway, because it rained this morning and it's been so cold and the humidity's through the roof, nothing has dried. You'd think it just rained an hour or so ago. Listen, you can still hear the gutter clicking out there. Water's still pooling up out there. The telltale signs when you look at the sidewalks outside. And listen, you hear the hiss of the car? Yeah, road soaking wet. And my first thing is to get out down the dirt road. I'm just not going to ruin a motorcycle. And because I have a knack of taking forever to do something, I'm going to go finish up on the car today. Man, I slept crazy amount of time last night. I must have needed it. And then I'm, talking about a hood light and stuff. I got this Nebo thing, crazy magnets on the end of it, and I can flip it out this way, and it flips out like that, and like the angle of the hood. Sorry for the camera moving everywhere. I can click that to the hood, and it'll shine down. Have a nice brightly lit workstation. Danny sees me coming out and he hears boom, 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 and running across the house. Kelly's going, wait. I said, yeah, I hear him. He's got to be out when I'm out. So that's what we're going to do. We'll get that car done, so I'm not doing it in the middle of the night, because still, whatever I come up with for a vlog today, I got to get that done today. Can't do it in the morning like I did today. Slept freaking forever last night, till this morning. And I got up and, I get too much sleep. I'm kind of punchy, Took me forever to build the video. Wasn't a hard video to build, because it was nasty and cold yesterday too. Rained most of the day on a no rain day, but it's showing 0 rain for all the way through till next weekend. Next weekend is showing sunshine, but it's like low 40s. I think one day's 42 and the other one's 41, kind of like it is today. But these no rain days have turned out to be kind of rainy. I don't know what's going on with that. It is winter in the Pacific Northwest. You can't rely on the weather anyway around here. So anyway, let's go in there and tackle this car. First thing I'll do is show you how this light works. Nothing. And that is 1 notch higher than the lowest setting. I think it's like 4,000, 3,000. I can't see the top of it now that I got it together. It's bright. I've taken it out in the snow and shined it out there, and it lights up the world out there. So anyway, we'll get some stuff done. So, getting that valve cover off around that pump is kind of tricky, but I can't get to the wheel to turn the engine over. And with the plugs out, you can just grab the end of the power steering pump and turn the engine over that way. But the hose gets in the way, makes a tight turn there. But anyway, let's get the new idler arm or idler pulley, or we got to put the screen and stuff on first. then the assembly, and I'll put the new idler wheel on there as I'm going back together. And I need to pick that thing out of there. That thing is some kind of wiped out. Look how flat that O-ring is. That thing probably had no tension against the block, I would imagine. We're going to put a fix on that. Let's get at her. Well, now that it's 6:30 at night, that valve cover, all the seals, the valve cover seals, are like ceramic. They're so hard. These are all nice and pliable. And the ones that go around the spark plug tubes are like oil seals, so they have to be driven back into the, be pulled out like a fork seal or a regular seal, and driven back in like a seal. So this could be interesting. But that valve cover gasket was so rock hard sealed across the back of it. You can see a little black stain running down the middle of the strip there. That's where it was literally glued to the back of that head. I mean, that valve cover was stuck on there like an SOB. But we got all this all back together. No problem. I'm just dealing with now getting to the point to go in there and inspect and or adjust the valves. So that's always fun when you almost need a special tool. I think I have a tool here, but I think the one I need is actually the one that's at work. So we'll see. The black, somebody's definitely been changing the oil. It's just got that yellow stain that they get. There's no big chunks of stuff sitting in the valve cover. There it is. That's you always gonna get that residue thing on there, because that's just air floating up there. Man, what an SOB. And you got to take this cross frame thing here out of the way, because unlike an Element, the valve cover hits it, and there's like 75.3 bolts holding it down. There's your VTEC. That's the little hydraulic thing that changes the valve timing. Got the new seal and stuff on there. It's all torqued down correctly. So just got to spin her over and do some valve lash inspections. See where we're at. Clean that cover the best I can. What it really needs is a good old solvent tank wash. But if I get mostly, just clean in the areas it needs to be clean, I can just do a motor clean, just a full motor clean on it, which it needs. I've been avoiding doing it because all down that side, stuff's been weeping down there, and I'm afraid that the degreaser or whatever may damage the serpentine belt. I keep meaning to inspect that, see if there's any info on using degreaser or whatever damaging that serpentine belt. Them things are heck of expensive, especially when you buy OEM. Even because I get employee cost on that stuff. So yeah, it adds up quick. Look at the sensors on there. Got an intake sensor, an exhaust sensor. She's paying attention to the valve timing. It's pretty high tech for something that's 23 years old. Anyway, let's spin her around, see what the valves are, and we'll go from there. Well, I'm stuck. That intake valve, there's a special tool. I thought I had it here, but obviously I have it at work. It's actually for the original 600 and 1000 Hurricanes, and then later it worked for the VFR 700 and 750s. And yeah, I can't tighten that lock nut without the thing turning. Well, I have nothing to get in there and turn that unless I take the whole manifold out. and to hold the screw in place while I tighten the nut, the thing spins. I've taken it out and kind of spun it back and forth. You know, sometimes just it's dry and doesn't want to function correctly. No matter what. I've been sitting here messing with it for probably 20 minutes. I've been out here piddling, and I went inside for a little bit and just took a breather, clear my head of this thing. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to pour gas in that daggum Chevy out there and drive that thing to work tomorrow. Man. But what I found so far is just what I found in the past. The intakes are all loose and the exhausts are all tight. Not grossly tight, but yeah, they're tight. Like by about 2/1000ths tight. And anyway. Again, I've been put off by a tool. I say again, it doesn't happen a lot, but what irritates me is I should have looked in my box to make sure I didn't have it at work, because I only have one of them. Actually, I think I have, no, it's a tool that has a dual-headed little holder thing. It's kind of, it works for, especially the Hurricanes. It was crucial on the Hurricanes. The original ones were Tappet lock nuts. There you go. So I don't know if I explained. Did I explain that? These those spark plug tube seals are. Pulling these out here for you. It's actually like an oil seal. Now it has a little bladder that folds on the inside, and you can actually kind of flip these things inside out if they stick to the tube. These weren't sticking, but on the outside, this is an actual seal. So I need to drive those seals out or use a seal puller, because it goes into the valve cover like a regular oil seal. I think I did explain that. I'm sorry. I am repeating myself. But dadgummit. It would be nice to clean this thing up at work. I mean, we got a solvent tank there, but it's one of those eco-friendly goofy things that yeah, it doesn't work worth a crap. But it does work. But that valve cover is really nasty. I mean, I can fake it and get it clean here, but it would be nice to get it properly clean. Look at that thing. That's kind of nasty. That gasket, it's not quite as bad as I thought it was, but on the exhaust side, it is rock hard on the exhaust side. Yeah, you can actually see. Look at that. Look, it's actually cracking. I don't know if this Action 5 will pick that up, but it's actually cracking. Yeah, buddy, that thing is done. Good call on doing that. I noticed it was weeping, but I thought it was crap from just the way the wind blows underneath there. It can, push oil all around all over the place. But again, I can sure make a mess. I like having the right tool. That thing was almost done, so I brought it out. It's funny, that's a Snap-on version, and that's a Cyclops version. Well, the Snap-on is a Cyclops. And I don't think Snap-on sells them anymore. That has a high and a low, which is about medium on the Cyclops. I have the Cyclops on low, and that thing just goes for days. And it has a battery monitor on it. Let's see if I can reach it up here and see. Yeah, it's been out here. I went inside. I mean, that thing's been on for an hour or so. And yeah, it's still all 4 bars. This one has no monitor, but this is quite old. Just regular back. Plus it takes a micro USB to charge it. And I keep it in the house. It's a good emergency light. When I'm done each night, I take everything in. Well, that one has its own charge station out here, but this was almost full, so I went ahead and brought it back out here because I wasn't sure how long that snap-on one was going to last. But she seems to be, excuse me, holding on, keeping her kicking. And I need spark plugs, but they were at the Honda shop. They're Nippon Denso, and I'm just an NGK fan, and I know I got the spark plugs for. In fact, he printed out what it was exactly. He goes, "You probably got something at the motorcycle shop that's equivalent to this, but I don't know if we do or not. I think it's actually like a snowmobile spark plug or something. I know I used it once before, but they're 100,000 mile plugs, and I think she's probably got more than that on it. I've had it for driven it about 65,000 miles since we got it. So I haven't done any valves or anything to it, but yep, so far. And I've got another cylinder to do, or actually two to do. But I went with the exhaust sitting over. I just stuck a gauge in that just to see where it was at, and it was tight. And I know you can get them on top dead center, and then sequentially go along. But I just like to roll them over so they're exactly top dead center on each cylinder. With motorcycles, you definitely, especially those 4-valve heads, and these are 3-valve heads. And there's load characteristics and stuff with the cams that they want you doing, but the cams are really thin and light on a motorcycle, so things can move. You just want to do it how the manufacturer says it. Like a K1600, for example. I'm telling you, you need to go in the order that they tell you to do it, or you're going to get yourself in trouble. I had to do a free, actually I got paid for it, but customer got a free valve redo because someone didn't know how to read the book. Well, didn't know how, just refused to do it. No longer an employee. But so it's a truck drive tomorrow, and I don't like driving that thing fast, so it'll be a slow lane drive. Should probably go out there and check the oils and stuff on it too. Make sure everything's cool. I don't know how. I haven't driven it far enough to get an idea of how it goes through things. But dang. And so, I could have more to do. And I was afraid when I was going along, and I got the exhaust side, and I got it'd be the left, but to you and I, it's on the right. Got that intake done, and anyway, the where the gauge is sitting, it just spins, and I have no way of holding it. You can reach in there, and what I tried to do was just use an open. You can't put a lot of torque on them. You don't want to round anything off. A lot of times you can get a good bite on them, and then go and torque it, and it won't move, but it's absolutely moving. Whenever I put any torque on it, it moves. So there's actually automotive ones for doing just that. Might see if Cost Less or something has that. It'd be nice to have one of those at home. That one Honda tool, that thing's so old I don't think it's used anywhere anymore. But there we go. Made a big mess, and couldn't finish my job. What a son of a gun. Alright, so I guess that's it for out here. Take my lights, bring everything that charges, and charge it up, and guess we'll mess with this tomorrow. I hate doing stuff like this after work, because it's 25 after 8, and by the time we get home, if we stop anywhere, it's 6:37 easily. And so I'd only be out here an hour and 20 minutes. And it's it's a bit to put this thing together. I need to get those. Maybe I can wrap that thing up somehow or another and bring those seals for the spark plug tubes. These are the tubes I'm talking about. They slide down over the tubes and they have flexibility. I don't know if them tubes can not be centered, or I have no idea. They're pressed into the head, so if you had a problem with one of those tubes, you had a big problem. What did I do with the one I took out? Oh, there's 4 of them in there. So maybe I'll do that. If it's quiet tomorrow at work, I'll take it up to the ours down there is out of fluid. It doesn't work. But anyway, and I can do it in a way that I'm not consuming the vapors and stuff like, you know, my contact cleaner stuff that I like using. It does a great job, but it makes a mess, and I gotta open up the garage and fan the thing out in here. I should probably set something up and get ventilation in here. But anyway, so that's that for that. Dang it. Dang it, dang it. Before I came out here, I had everything set up. Before I came out, I just took a little breather and just sat down for a bit and actually answered some comments with you guys. And anyway, come back out, and the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm worried about this thing going, hope that sucker's going to come off like it's supposed to. I mean, hope it'll lock down like it's supposed to, because I don't have that tool. That was the last thing I did before I went inside, and I was kind of PO'd about that, and I'm going, there's no way I'm going to get through all them valves and not have one. Yep, I've got one. All it takes is one. You can't tighten it down right. I mean, you can play a trick of putting it so loose that when you tighten it, you make it right. But that's being janky. I'm not going to do it that way. Just not going to do it. Excuse me. So, dang, that thing takes about $40 to drive that thing to work and back. You know, in the grand scheme of things, we put about roughly $40 every other day in this thing. So this thing takes $20 a day to drive to work. So the truck, you know, that being twice as much for that land yacht, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. But $40 a day, man, in the wintertime, things are tight, Jack. Really tight. So, yeah, a lot of motorcycles to make monthly payments on that. Well, I got 2, yeah, Flirty and the, but to me, that's a lot of money to spend on 2 motorcycles. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna bounce that. Get with the mama and say a goodbye. All right, dadgummit. Wish me luck tomorrow that I can get this thing back together. My tool works. I know it'll work. I had it for the elements. I know for a fact it works. I'm out here gonna check the oil in the old truck. Has it been raining? I got the valve cover wrapped up, threw it in the box. I'll just throw that in the truck. And I got the spark plug tube seals, or whatever you want to call them. And I may need a light out here. I got one in my pocket. Oh yeah, it's gonna be darker. There's some gun out here. Where's my light? It's in my other pocket. Uh-oh, what'd I do with my light? Oh, in the pocket I just grabbed. Yeah, I can get to it. Check oils, stuff on here. Coolant. I don't know, it's got a reservoir bottle somewhere. Oh, right there. Ooh, doesn't look very full. Oh, it's at, no, I guess it's at the maximum thing there. You can see that down there. Alright, we're good. Where's the minimum maximum on it? Thought I'd just seen it there. Okay, full is all the way at the top, so she's good. I'll do some checking out here. The old Vortec. Beastly old thing. Just make it the work for me there, buddy. Good old truck. Talking about a lot of miles. 300-something thousand miles on it. She's been around the block a time or two. All right. I guess I'll do this, and Kelly and I will go do a goodbye here next. So I'll handle this, and we'll talk to you here in a few. Well, hello there, you two. Man, it's cold out here. Coming back on the truck and walking across the grass area, it's crunch, crunch, crunch. Grass is all frozen. It's all wet because it never dried out today. Even the sidewalk, I mean, it stopped raining this morning, and it's still wet like it rained just a few minutes ago.
Just too much moisture in there.
Yeah, man. That bitter cold will start freezing stuff. Yeah, that'll be scary too in that old truck. And I know the school's already called and has a 2-hour delay in the morning.
Yeah.
So we'll monitor what the traffic's doing. Make sure we not leaving in the crazy zone. Nice thing about Waze and stuff, you can look at your trip and see if there's anything funky going on and go, we will wait and let it warm up a little bit. Call work, It's that time of year that's not a panic,
Yeah.
But anyway, things as usual doesn't go as smoothly as you planned.
No.
All because of one tool that I thought I didn't even look at work because I was pretty sure I had all that stuff here. I think I had it here and I brought it back is what I did. But anyway, because I think I used that for the GT650. Maybe not. I think GT650. I think I brought it for the GT650, and it's 8mm lock nuts for the tappets, and that tool is 10. But anyway, we'll get her done tomorrow. Can't afford to drive that thing to work too many times.
No.
And it needs gas, so we got to first thing in the morning. We got to go fill that monster up. I don't fill it up, but
yeah,
I didn't even think what it costs to fill that thing up.
Yeah, that wouldn't be cheap.
Yeah, but anyway, I guess that's going to conclude our weekend. Messing with a car most of the weekend.
Yeah.
Other than goofing off and watching videos and relaxing. Yeah. A lot of relaxing in between there.
I know.
And some crazy sleep. I flat got some sleep last night, I'm telling you. But anyway.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. And you guys have a wonderful Monday or Tuesday.
Heck yeah. All right. I reckon it must be frozen out there because there ain't very many cars moving.
No.
I think I heard one go by.
And it's stone quiet.
Yeah. That's usually when it's really cold.
Everything's hunkered down.
Yeah, I don't know what it'll get to tonight, but I'm sure it'll be cold. All right, anyway. Thanks for watching again. Bye-bye now.